I've lost programming, Brian. You can go on and roll the open. Good evening, everybody. It's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson. We are at Eldorado High School, the 54th Eldorado Holiday Tournament, as Carterville Lions are preparing to take on the Fairfield Mules in the second game of the tournament for the Lions. This is a quarterfinal game, Scott Hudson, and a game in which they're going against the #1 seed of the tournament.
And a team that's only lost one game this year, that to Casey Westfield a couple of weeks ago. This Mules team is very good. They've got some size. They got some depth. Carterville's going to have to play probably their best game of the season to come away with a victory tonight.
Carterville won last night. They beat Hardin County 36-21. But this Fairfield team is a team that they're big. They can score. They won their game last night 78-16. They just dominated in that performance.
If Carterville wants to win this game, they're going to have to do what they did last night against Hardin County. That's play suffocating defense, because Carterville is still a little lethargic on offense. Carterville's going to have to win this game with good defense, take control of the basketball, take a lot of time off the clock when they have the basketball, but you're going to have to score points to beat this Fairfield team. So it's an uphill battle, but we've already seen 2 upsets in this tournament last night, so it can happen again.
The starting lineup for Fairfield, who is the visiting team here in this contest, includes 6-foot senior Reese Lee, 5'10" junior Wyatt Gilbert, 5'11" senior Giselle O'Neill, and then you have 6'3" junior Kane Hicksonbaugh. And then finally, it'll be Brian Estes, the 6'6" senior in the paint. So it'll be Lee, Gilbert, O'Neill, Hicksonbaugh, and Estes, the starting 5 for Coach Scott McRavey, of the Fairfield Mules. Starting for the Carterville Lions, they'll go with the same starting lineup that they've gone with the last handful of games. It'll be Bryce Anderson, also Tyler Biddle, Austin Garby, Dylan Moore, and in the paint, it'll be Eli Downen. They cleared out the gym quickly between games. I wasn't preparing how quick that was.
Well, I thought what we thought they were going to do is clear the gym out. Then once they started letting people back in, then they would let the teams come out on the floor to start their 10 minutes of pregame warm-up. But what we found out is, as soon as they told people to clear out, they let the 2 teams come out. So we were kind of a little late getting on the air, but we were told the wrong information.
That's all right. We made it. We're on the air. We'll have to make up these commercials as we go along. During our broadcast, we appreciate our sponsors helping us out today. The Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. Bank of Carbondale, they offer a variety of personal and business banking services. To learn more, visit the website, tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. You can watch the game if you go to YouTube. Just search Carterville Lions versus Fairfield Mules. I got the camera on a tripod this game. See if that'll help. I don't know.
You'll get less grief.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Comment sections are awesome. Both teams are ready to go. The ball is in the air, and the Carterville Lions win the tip to start the game against the #1 seed in this tournament. Fairfield Mules, as Scott said, they're 12-1 on the season. Just a very, very good ball team. As Carterville's in the home whites, moving from left to right, Tyler Biddle takes it into the paint, drives it with the right down, and that shot was taken by O'Neill of Fairfield. Carterville into the front court, down low. Austin Garby puts the shot up, no good. Rebound comes off to the Fairfield Mules. Quickly across the timeline, into the front court, into the paint. They kick it off to the left wing, pass up the three-pointer, left corner. That is Hicksonbaugh with the ball. He's guarded by Garby. Nice defense by Austin. Traveled with the ball. He was close to the 5-second call. That's a turnover. He's picked up defensively by O'Neill. In the paint, Dylan Moore, the right-hand floater, no good. White and gets his own rebound. Carterville can reset. Moore at the free throw line. Drives the left side of the lane. Left-hand layup is good. Gets the bucket and the foul. And is going to go to the line and shoot the and one.
Last night, Carterville faced a Hardin County team that played zone the entire game. Tonight, Fairfield comes out in a man-to-man, and Carterville's guards have beat them on a couple of occasions so far.
That foul is on O'Neal. That's his first. The free throw from Moore is good. Up it goes to O'Neal. O'Neal, left-right dribble between the circles. Gets the pick, rolls to his right, shoots from just inside the arc, no good. Battle for the boards. In there is Reese Lee. He gets it, misses the bunny. Back to Fairfield again. They're going to try once more. Back to Lee, over toward the left wing. They're going to reset. 6:05 on the clock. Just underway here. Quarterfinal game at the pass comes out toward midcourt. It's gathered in by Estes. Estes in the paint, fires from about 10 feet. No go. He does, gets the roll. Estes is on the board. It is 5-2.
Got the little roll.
Nice pass. Sorry.
That's all right.
Down low, the pass to Garby, but Carterville turns it over the other way. Here come the Fairfield Mules into the paint. That is O'Neal. Shoots fouled and is going to go to the line, shoot a couple of free throws.
Yeah, Downing's going to have his hands full underneath, but if Downing can get the ball on the low block and get squared up, he might be able to get the big guy, Estes, in foul trouble early.
That's the second foul on Giselle O'Neal, and Eli Downing is at the line shooting a couple of free throws. Gets the first one. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire city of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters, Carterville Lions Sports. We have a timeout that's taken by Fairfield here with 5:20 on the clock. We're going to back at Eldorado, it's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. Carterville leading the game 6-2, 5:20 remaining here in the first quarter. A quick timeout taken by the Fairfield Mules. Eli Downing is at the line to complete the second free throw after getting fouled by O'Neal. Second from Downing is good. He's got two. Carterville leads it 7-2. Fairfield into the front court. They try to get the trap up top, but Fairfield's able to break the trap. They're moving from right to left in the road black uniforms with the red letters. As they bring the ball near side, Zerline is into the game. Landon Zerline for Fairfield. Up top, that's Reese Lee. Between the leg dribble to the right side, they go to O'Neal. Gilbert. They bring it to the left wing. Fake the pass there, drive the left baseline. Right-hand layup is good. They're going to throw a charge. Is it going to be before the shot or after?
No bucket.
As the foul is called on Zerline. He gets charged with a foul. Nice job defensively by Carterville. I didn't see who it was. It took the charge.
I didn't see it either, but a great job by Carterville. That's now 3 turnovers on Fairfield.
And that wipes that bucket off the board as Anderson breaks the press. Over toward the right wing, that's Biddle. He drives to the right block. Gets the roll with the finger roll in the right hand. Biddle has 4 points. Carterville up 7, 4:29 on the first quarter clock against the number 1 seed in the tournament. Carterville looking good early. Wide open 3 is taken by Hexenbaugh. No good. Battle for the board goes out of bounds off of Gilbert, and that's going to belong to the Carterville Lions.
Actually, they're going to give it to Fairfield. That was off of...
Well, he pointed the other way.
Yeah, he did. Now, Coach Hawkins doesn't understand either, but either way, it's Fairfield's ball.
Zerline pass down into the paint. Hexenbaugh puts the shot up. No good. Hits around on the floor. Fairfield comes out with it. Wide open jumper just inside the arc from the left baseline is good by Estes. He's got all 4 of the Fairfield points. Down on the left block, that is Garby. He walks with the ball. Turnover on the Lions. I've got them for 2.
I got 2 turnovers on the Lions. Also, the Lions have given up 4 offensive rebounds to the Mules so far. Lee, one of their smallest players, has 3 of those 4 offensive rebounds.
Not their big 6'6" guy or the 6'2" guy that's doing that. 3:54 on the clock. Carterville up 5, 9-4 here in first quarter play at the Eldorado Holiday Tournament, the 54th. Fairfield into the front court. Luke Dagg is into the game for Fairfield. On the left wing with the basketball, that's Zerline. He's guarded by Biddle, takes it back up top to Gilbert. Gilbert drives the right side, bumps into Bryce Anderson. They're going to call Bryce on the foul on the floor.
Yeah, once Gilbert gets the ball and he gets about to the free throw line, somebody from Carterville is going to have to come from the weak side and help out and stop that momentum towards the basket.
Mules basketball up top. That is Reese Lee. He's going to fire from three, top of the key, off the back of the iron. No good. Tyler Biddle grabs the rebound for Carterville. 9-4, 3:20 on the clock. His pass is picked off. Turnover on the Lions. Turnover number 3. Quickly to the rack with the right-hand layup is Reese Lee. Points off transition. Points off turnovers. That's killer. Carterville's into the front court. Dylan Moore on the right wing. Spins around. Needs some help. Gets it to Downen. Downen finds an opening. Passes off to Dylan Moore. Moore with the left-hand dribble. Right wing. Wants to get it to Downen. Hands to hand it to Garby. Downen in the right corner. He makes a move on his man into the paint, loses the handle, over to Tyler Biddle. Now it's Bryce Anderson who's going to step into a three-ball. Good for Bryce Anderson.
Carterville's hit their last 3 shots from the field, and that was a big 3 to stop the Fairfield momentum.
And they lead it by 6, 12-6 here in the first quarter. Fairfield's Wyatt Gilbert slows things down. Bryce Anderson on him. Has his pass tipped away, turnover. It goes the other way, Austin Garby. He gets hammered as he goes to the rack. He was going to have the open layup. That's a nice foul. That's a good foul for Fairfield, and Garby's going to go to the line and shoot a couple.
Fairfield looks a little shell-shocked. I don't think they expected this Carterville defense or this Carterville team to be this aggressive this early in the game, and Fairfield's kind of on their heels right now.
Foul is on Cody Cantrell, if that is right.
He made it.
Garby gets the first one to fall. His first point of the game. 13-6, Carterville on top. Tyler Biddle checks out. Carson Pearson replaces him for Coach Shane Hawkins. Second from Garby. Shooter's touch, gets the roll. 2 for Garby. He's going to check out. Luke Stritzel is going to replace him. So on the floor right now, it's Dylan Moore, Luke Stritzel, Eli Downen, Bryce Anderson, and Carson Pearson. 14-6 with 2:20 on the first quarter clock. Nice backdoor pass was tipped away by Carterville. They wind up getting it. That is Cantrell. Shot is no good by Cantrell, and the putback is good by Hexenbaugh. His first bucket of the game, 14-8. Carterville's Bryce Anderson has his pass tipped away. Good anticipation defensively. Down low, they get it to Gilbert, and the tip.
Tip by Zerline.
Zerline.
That is now 6 offensive rebounds for Fairfield.
Carterville quickly into the front court. Pass to Stritzel. He can't handle it. It was low at his ankles and rolls out of bounds. Another turnover. That's 5 on Carterville here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Carterville had a 14-6 lead. That's been cut to 14-10, and now Fairfield has the ball back.
Minute 42 on the clock. Zerline, Landon Zerline brings it across the timeline to the right side to Gilbert. Now they're working around left side. Reese Lee looks inside, gets it up top to Cantrell. Cantrell in the paint, shuffles his feet, no call. Has to kick it out to Reese Lee. He takes it in with the right-hand layup. That's good for Reese Lee. 4 for him, 14-12, a 2-point Lion lead.
Carterville needs a basket here in the worst way to stop this momentum.
Eli Downen between the circles to Stritzel. His pass almost out of bounds as Pearson has to save it, and he throws it right to Fairfield. Right-hand layup is good by Luke Dagg. His 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. On the right side, Reese Lee. Right-hand dribble guarded by Dylan Moore. Up top it goes to Zerline. Zerline pauses, looks back at the coach for Fairfield. Right-hand dribble across the logo at midcourt. Over toward the right wing. Up top it comes to Cantrell. And now to the left wing. That's where we find Wyatt Gilbert. He's guarded by Stritzel. Into the paint. Jump down onto the baseline. Right-hand layup is no good. And it's down and it gets the rebound. Carterville a chance to score at the end of the quarter. We're tied at 14 right now. Bryce Anderson down low. His pass to Downen. He gets it with 1 second. Right-hand layup is good for Eli Downen. Nice job. That's how you end the first quarter. Carterville has a 16-14 lead over the number 1 seed in the Eldorado Holiday Tournament, the Fairfield Mules. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF. Back at Eldorado, it's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson as we head to the second quarter. Carterville has a 16-14 lead over Fairfield heading to the second.
62% from the field for the Lions. 39.
Carterville I had them for 7 turnovers in the first.
Well, I've got them for 7 now, so either way, Fairfield only has 4, but hopefully this turnover bug doesn't start hitting the Lions.
Nope. Fairfield has it. Bump foul by Dylan Moore on Zerline as he was driving toward the bucket. That's going to be the first on Moore. The second team foul on Carterville. Fairfield basketball just below us here at Eldorado High School. Up top, that is Reese Lee with the right-hand dribble toward the right wing. Gets it to his cutting Luke Dagg as he runs over the top of Garby. Dagg gets the bucket. He's got 4, and it's a 19-16 Fairfield lead. 6:50 on the clock. Down and fires from about 12 feet. That's good for Eli. He's got 6 points, and Carterville is down a point, 19-18. Right-hand layup from Reese Lee, no good. Battle for the board as ball's on the floor, and it's going to be Fairfield that comes out with it.
Matter of being outworked. Carterville's got to do a better job than that.
Fairfield basketball. They get it to Gilberts. Now wide open 3 from the left wing over the top of the rim. Rebound Fairfield. A shot put back and a foul. That may be on Downen.
And again, a rebound that comes down to Hickson-Ball on a missed shot, and Carterville cannot get the rebound.
So the first free throw is good by Luke Dagg. That's 5 for Dagg. He wasn't a starter. He came off the bench.
Well, he was the one that got the offensive rebound and kicked it back out when Fairfield hit that 3 to take the lead for the first time.
Second free throws off the back of the iron, and again, Fairfield wins the rebound battle. They tip it out front. They have a chance to go up. They're up 2 now, and a chance to extend the lead. The right-hand layup is no good by O'Neal. 3, 4 rebound tips right there by Fairfield, and finally, it is Estes that gets the bucket. He's got 6 for Fairfield, and it's a 4-point Mules lead. Carterville into Downen, takes it to the rack. His shot is up and good from Eli Downen. He's got 8 points. Carterville back to within 2, 5:50 on the first half clock. This is a quarterfinal game at the Eldorado tournament. And Fairfield comes into the tournament seeded number 1. They hammered Carrier Mills last night, 78-16. They lead here 22-20. Gilbert. Up top, the ball goes to Hickson-Ball. He hits for 3. That's 2 threes for Hickson-Ball. He's got 8. And they have a 5-point lead over the Lions. Now they pick up the full court pressure. Lions break the press, get into the front court. Tyler Biddle dribbles the ball off his foot, off his knee, out of bounds. Turnover on Carterville.
Yeah, Biddle got the ball in the corner. He did a good job of recognizing the double team that was coming. He went down the lane where he had Garby setting a pick for him, but he just dribbled it off his foot. And boy, you hate to see all the good that Carterville did in the first quarter just kind of shrivel away right now.
5:15 remaining here in the first half. They find a wide open Dagg, and he's able to lay it in. Backside pass is good. 7 for Luke Dagg, 27-20. Carterville led it 16-14. Garby has the pass go off his hands. He battles for it, though, gets it out to Biddle. Biddle fires from 3 from the left wing. Tyler Biddle. He's got 7. This is a nice game from Tyler Biddle so far.
Well, they're going to have to get contributions from everybody in this game.
Down low, it's Estes. Kick out pass to the left wing for Fairfield. As it's Hickson-Ball, takes it to the rack. Right hand shot is good from Hickson-Ball.
And he did that in between the two biggest Carterville players, down in Garby.
6-point lead now for Fairfield. Carterville steps across the timeline. Carson Pearson, right-hand dribble, right wing. Backs it up. Pulls up the dribble, wants to get it to Garby. Garby gets the pass on the block. Kicks it over to Downen. Mid-range jumper from Downen is good.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Dave. This is by far, and it's not even debatable, the best shooting performance by Carterville all year.
Timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. It is 29-25 Fairfield. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. (29-25), 4:09 on the
offensive rebounds. If they only have half of those, Carterville has the lead right now.
Fairfield's basketball. Moving right to left. They work it toward the right wing. Up top it goes to Estes. Estes passed down to the paint. Cantrell puts his shot up. Is partially blocked from behind. Rebound putback no good. Rebound putback no good. And we have a whistle and a foul on the Fairfield Mules. And that's going to be on Hexenbaugh.
2 more offensive rebounds. Did not hurt Carterville this time. Carterville's only down by 4 of the ball, 3:48 to go.
Length of the floor to go, 4-point lead. Bryce Anderson's picked up defensively by Wyatt Gilbert. Breaks the timeline, but has his pass taken by Gilbert. Right-hand layup by Gilbert is good, and Gilbert makes the bucket. And as Gilbert's going to go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws.
Yeah, Anderson has either got to foul him hard or just let him make the layup, because Anderson just kind of whiffed at him with his arm, caught him, and now he's going to go to the line for the 3-point play. I'd rather see him just give up the layup instead of the potential 3-point play.
Substitutions coming in for Fairfield. It's going to be Reese Lee checking back in. Also O'Neal checking in. Cantrell checks out, as does Brian Estes for Fairfield. 3:36 on the clock. Gilbert makes his free throw. He's got 3 points, and it's a 7-point lead for Fairfield. Bryce Anderson in the backcourt, across midcourt. Now to Downen. Downen, left elbow, leaves it over to the left wing to Moore, who hits from 3 from that left side. This is, like you said, the best shooting performance we've seen out of Carterville.
Yeah, but Fairfield gets the ball back in and back in the front court quickly and score.
Down low. Carterville said Garby has his shot blocked, but Biddle gets it. And he throws it off the leg of Zerline. It's going to belong to the Carterville Lions.
Carterville, before that miss by Garby, had hit their first 5 shots of the second quarter, 2 of them 3.
Left wing, Dylan Moore has it. He's picked up by Gilbert defensively. Now back to Anderson, to Eli Downen. Top of the arc, over to Garby. They work it left side to Dylan Moore. Moore with the right-hand dribble to Bryce Anderson, who fires from 3, no good. Dylan Moore comes out of nowhere, gets the rebound and the putback, and he has 8 points for the Carterville Lions. Carterville's back to within 4. With the basketball, O'Neal for Fairfield. Right-hand dribble, gives it to Gilbert. Gilbert leaves it for Reese Lee. Wants to get that backdoor pass. Down low, they finally do. They get it to Hexenbaugh. He kicks it over to the corner. Wide open 3, top of the key is good and buried by Zerline. 5 for Zerline, and it's a 7-point lead for Fairfield.
Well, they've got very good shooters on the perimeter, and that's their third 3 of the second quarter.
Their perimeter shots, I don't know that they've missed yet, truthfully. in front of a pass, forces the turnover on Fairfield. That's their first turnover of the second quarter. As Garby off the board, no good. Battle for the board, the ball's on the floor, and it is going to belong to the Carterville Lions as Hicksonbaugh couldn't handle the pass.
Yeah, Garby went up with his shot a little bit off balance. If he squares up, he probably gets it to go in off the glass. But Carterville will keep the ball down by 7 with 1:33 to go. And remember, Carterville only scored 35 points against a Hardin County team that's not anywhere close to this good.
I know. Carterville's basketball. Dylan Moore to Downen, down top of the key to Stritzel, who just checked in for Coach Shane Hawkins. Stritzel beats his man, steps inside the arc, leaves for Anderson. His pass is stolen. Right-hand layup by Reese Lee is good. 6 for Lee. And it's a 9-point lead, the biggest lead for the Fairfield Mules.
You cannot give this team extra opportunities with turnovers or just like that, another turnover.
Passing, you have to make sure the pass is good. The missed shot is put back by Wyatt Gilbert. He's got 5. With under a minute to go, 41-30. It's an 11-point lead for the Mules. Skip pass to Dylan Moore, right wing, to Downen. Back to Moore. He drives the right baseline, drives all the way through, gets it to Biddle. Bryce Anderson passes up the 3 ball. Now over to the corner. That's Downen. His pass into Stritzel is taken away. Quickly the other way. Spin move. Left hand layup is missed. He gets his rebound, and the ball goes off at Carterville. It's going to belong to Fairfield. Shane Hawkins gets the basketball and slams it to the floor in frustration. A wide open layup by Estes is missed, and a turnover on the Lions.
They now have 13 in this.
7 seconds. 6, 5, wide open 3 is missed. Down and battles for the board. Goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Fairfield with 1.8 seconds left. Carterville, chance to score at the buzzer. Length of the floor to go. Down and will trigger as Carson Pearson gets it. No shot at the buzzer, and we end the first half. It is 41-30. The Fairfield Mules, again, the number 1 team, the number 1 seed in this tournament. They lead the Lions 41-30. Halftime show's coming up. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
Carterville cheerleaders will perform for your halftime entertainment. This is part of their competition routine.
Holiday Tournament. And I tell you what, Carterville started off gangbusters in the game, wind up leading at the end of the first quarter, 16-14. But man, let me tell you what, when Fairfield got rolling, they got going as they hang 41 in the first half.
Sometimes stats lie, sometimes they don't. This is a case as far as shooting where stats lie. Carterville shot 65% from the field in that first half. They shot 11 of 17. On the flip side, Fairfield only shot 45%, which is pretty good, but they attempted 25 more shots from the field than Carterville did. Big reason for that, 14 offensive rebounds for Fairfield in that first half. They only had 16, 14 offensive rebounds. Carterville had 6 rebounds total. They were led by Moore and Downen and Biddle all had 2. Lee led Fairfield with 4. Carterville had 13 turnovers, a lot of those in the second quarter. Fairfield only had 5. But to me, the story of that first half, Carterville could not keep Fairfield off the offensive glass. If they do that, Carterville probably has the lead right now. Even with 13 turnovers, Carterville has got to find a way to keep the Mules off the board.
When you look at the scoring for Fairfield, they're led by Kane Hicksonball. He has 12 points. It is Luke Dagg with 7, Brian Estes with 6, Landon Zerline with 5, Wyatt Gilbert with 5, and Reese Lee has 6, 41 points in the first half for Fairfield. For Carterville, they're led by Eli Downen. He had 10 in the first half. Dylan Moore had 8, Tyler Biddle with 7, Boston Garby with 2, and Bryce Anderson hit a 3. 30 points scored by Carterville in the first half, 41-30. We're going to go on and take a break, and we'll continue on our halftime show here at the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. Friday night action, quarterfinal action, 41-30. Fairfield the lead on the Lions on News Radio WJPF. Brian, I'm going to reboot my iPad and see if we can clear this up. We shouldn't be having the issues that we're having, so this break may go just a little bit long. I'm going to log off, and I'll get back with you. Uneventful. Uneventful. How was yours? Yeah. Hell, you worked. I watched you mow all that over there the other day, and it was like, there's a lot over there.
The sad part is I'm still not done yet. I'm probably done till November. Even that one, I'd be done then.
Back at Eldorado, Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. Carterville playing in the quarterfinals here against the number 1 seed Scott Hudson, and man, there's been some dandy ball games in this tournament.
Well, the 2 games last night were upsets. NCOE knocked off the host team Eldorado on a 3 at the buzzer. Then Harrisburg, they beat Gallatin County on a shot near the end or at the buzzer. So Harrisburg and NCOE will play the nightcap here tonight in day 2 of the holiday tournament. Been some goals off the boards, but Carterville shot the ball 65% from the field. They had 3 threes in that first half, but as I said, Fairfield only shot 45%, but they lead by 11.
By far the best shooting performance by the Lions this year. And here's what happens depending on who wins this game. If Carterville can win this game over the number 1 seed, they would play tomorrow afternoon in the semifinals at 1:30 against the winner of NCOE and Harrisburg. If they lose, they will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. and they will play the loser of NCOE and Harrisburg. Then if they lose that game, then they're done. But if they win, they come back and they play in the consolation game. So Carterville needs this win, and we are getting ready for right to left on your now. Carterville, the home team here in the tournament, as they are the top team in the bracket in this pairing. Across the timeline, Bryce Anderson to Eli Down, and I would have to say that would be a pretty happy Carterville halftime in that they're in the game. How do they respond coming out at half? A wide open 3 from Bryce Anderson and too strong. No rebound comes off to O'Neal. Quickly the other way across the timeline. O'Neal slows down and hands it off to Gilbert. Gilbert works to the left side. Tries to go back door to O'Neal. That's a turnover on Fairfield. Their first here in the second half.
Yeah, good start so far. Anderson missed a wide open 3, but you've got to take that shot if it's there.
Carterville's basketball, right wing, Garby, pass down on the right block to Downen. Turnaround jumper partially blocked, and Fairfield comes away with it. Into the front court. Left-right dribble toward the left side. That is O'Neal. Gets an opening, sidesteps and shoots, gets the foul, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Bryce Anderson. That's going to be the 3rd foul on the sophomore guard for Carterville.
Yeah, once he got into the lane, it was just going to be a matter of was the Carterville player going to get over in front and take the charge or not. Carterville's missed their first 2 shots of the half, only twice in this game so far, once in the first and once in the second quarter. Has Carterville missed 2 in a row. So they've shot the ball very well. And that's got to be a pleasant surprise to Coach Hawkins.
O'Neal missed his first free throw. Second is on the way, and it's good. That's the first points for Giselle O'Neal. But it's a 12-point Fairfield ball. Dylan Moore needs some help. Gets it to Bryce Anderson. He cuts up the right side. Pass down low to Garby off the backboard. Turnover on the Lions. The other way it goes. Quickly. They leave it down low off of Fairfield. They're going to say it was off of down low. They get it. The layup is missed by Estes, and Carterville gets the rebound. Little better job on the boards by the Lions here in the second half.
Yeah, a little better.
Carson Pearson takes it into the paint, kick out to Downen. He gets it down low to Garby. Right-hand layup is good by Garby. That's 4 points now for Austin Garby. The other way, quickly, the right-hand layup is good by O'Neal. He gets the touch. He's got 3 now.
Well, you can't let anybody get in the lane that easily.
Carterville across the timeline. Moving from right to left. Underneath the bucket is good from Dylan Moore, and we have a whistle and a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. 5:10 on the clock. It's 44-34, 10-point Mule lead here on News Radio WJPF. Okay, I can hear you now, so. Yep. Oh, this iPad was doing some funky stuff. Ten-point lead for the Fairfield Mules. They are the #1 seed in this Eldorado Holiday Tournament, the 54th edition of. And man, this has been a lot of fun being over here. I've enjoyed this.
It is. I told you before you came down here that you'd enjoy it, and you have not been disappointed
Not at
either
all.
with the surroundings or the food at the hospitality area.
Oh, well, they had fish in the hospital. Full court pressure being applied now by the Mules. Carterville, Eli Downen, right-hand dribble in the backcourt, steps across the timeline, leaves it for Carson Pearson. Pearson over the left wing, Tyler Biddle. Skip pass right side, Dylan Moore. Pearson's wide open, drives the baseline. Back to Biddle. He's going to fire from three. Oh, it looked good from here, but look at Garby get the board. He gets hacked, hammered, and is going to go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws.
And that's Garby's first rebound of the game, but it came at the right time because Carterville down by 12. Needs to score here at the line to cut it back to 10.
Wyatt Gilbert with the foul. Garby at the line shooting 2. A little bit short on the first one.
Another area where Carterville did very well in the first half. Shot free throws very well in the first half, especially in that first quarter.
100%.
Can't get much better than that.
Nope. Second one off the right side. Down and jumps in. The ball was off of Fairfield. It's going to belong to the Carterville Lions.
Good hustle by Downen to battle with O'Neal for that loose ball, and Carterville's going to get it back with a chance to cut it to 10 or maybe 9 with a 3.
46-34 with 4:21 remaining here in the third. The ball goes out of bounds off of Fairfield. It's going to belong to the Lions. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years. A certified York dealer. Call 985-2502 or go to charliesairconditioningandheating.com. I think Shane Hawkins and the official are talking about dinner plans over there. As Carterville turns it over. 3 here in the third quarter. Turnovers on the Lions. 17 in the game. Driving right down the lane. Wide open layup is missed by Fairfield. The putback is no good, but there's a foul. And it's going to be Hicksonball that goes to the line and shoots a couple of free throws.
Another offensive rebound. Fairfield got into the lane easily. Missed a bunny, but Hicksonball was there to pick up the rebound.
He's got 11 points now after he makes the first free throw. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Southern Illinois Healthcare. Dedicated to the communities we serve, you can call toll-free 866-744-2468 or go online, visit SIH.net. Hicksonball's second free throw is good. So 12 now for Hicksonball. It is a 14-point lead for the Mules, 48-34. Tyler Biddle across the timeline has his pass tipped out of bounds. Nice hustle by Luke Dagg to knock that out. Carterville ball just below us here. What's the name of this gym, Scott? Duff Kingston Gymnasium. Yes. I knew I'd seen that earlier. Tyler Biddle, he's got 5.
They're going to call a foul on, I think, Moore for undercutting somebody. Yep. This was not the shooter. This was somebody going up for a rebound.
So the foul is on Tyler Biddle.
I thought they gave it to Moore, 24, but they haven't put it up on the board yet.
16-point lead for the Mules.
I think Biddle's pleading his case, saying I wasn't even there. Yeah, they
out to Gilbert. Gilbert back to O'Neal. O'Neal's picked up defensively by Tyler Biddle. Between the legs, step back jumper, short off the front of the iron. Over the back is going to be Cantrell for Fairfield with the foul as he went over the back of Luke Stritzel. Cantrell, that is the second foul on Cody. Carterville basketball, length of the floor to go. 3:15 on the clock. Into the front court. Biddle gets the ball down low to Stritzel. Hands it to Downen. Right hand hook is good from Eli Downen. I love that shot from him. 12 points for Eli. 14-point lead.
Good news for Carterville fans. They're going to see that from down in 2 more years.
I know. I can't wait. Into the lane. Jump shot is no good. That shot taken by Gilbert. But Fairfield gets it back to Zerline, who fires the pass. And Fairfield's there to steal it the other way. 2:27 remaining in the third. Left wing. Zerline passes up. Now he shoots the 3. Buries it. That is his second 3-pointer. He's got 8 points in the game. Carterville the other way. Right-hand layup is missed by Dylan Moore. And it's Zerline that gets the rebound. The other way. Right-hand layup is short. Put back. Short. No good. Ball is on the floor. Fairfield gets it. Kick out 3 from the left wing. Good for Gilberts. He's got 8 in the game.
All because of not 1, but 2 offensive rebounds on that possession.
20-point lead for Fairfield. Biddle loses the handle off the back of his leg.
He had Stritzel wide open on the low block. Biddle looked at him, but never gave him the ball.
And turns it over the other way.
6 turnovers for Carterville in this half.
Minute 38 remaining. This Lions broadcast brought to you by the IBEW Local 702. IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. Need to do that in the Tom Miller voice next time, though. Left wing to O'Neal. Top of the key. Thinks about shooting. Zerline keeps the dribble. Spin move, right block. Right hand finger roll is good for Zerline. He's into double digits now. 10 for Zerline. 70 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Bryce Anderson across midcourt. Throws it out of bounds. It's tipped out, though, by Fairfield.
Yeah, Fairfield, with their pressure in the backcourt, they want Carterville to go to the side because eventually they're going to trap you once you get into the front court, whether it's near the center line or on the wing. Carterville's got to get the ball in the middle of the floor and work from there.
Then the other defenders can fill the passing lanes. Yeah. Get the tip. That's what they've done very effectively here. 52 seconds remaining. A foul out top on Fairfield. Bryce Anderson, I don't know what he was doing, if he was lobbing it up for Garby, but another turnover on Carterville. Should have just taken that one right to the rack. Easy bucket, passed up. 36 seconds on the clock. 58-36, 22-point Fairfield lead. As we got a bump foul on Dylan Moore. He got into Hicksonbaugh with the chest.
Fairfield has a lot of kids that are tall and lanky. And I'm not talking 6'6". I'm talking anywhere between 6'2", 6'3". Just tall, long arms, can shoot the ball, can handle the ball.
Athletic.
Yeah. Basketball players.
They're basketball players, yeah, exactly. Up top gets the pick. Reese Lee, pass down low. Cantrell, right-hand layup. Easy bucket for Cantrell. That's his. Okay. Fourth quarter action coming up, 60-36. Fairfield, the 24-point lead on the Carterville Lions. Fairfield has the ball to start play. Has his pass tipped away, comes right back to him though. Garby gets it, hop, skip, jump, throws it at the rack. Gets the shooting foul. The foul is going to be on Hicksonbaugh, his second, and Garby's going to go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws.
And Carterville has hit their average of 19 turnovers in this game. They had 13 in the first half. They have 8. Excuse me, I can't count. They have 21 turnovers in the game. That's 2 over their average.
Garby has missed his last 3 free throws after hitting his first 2 in the first quarter. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire city of Carterville, sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions Sports. Garby finally hits another free throw. He's 3 for 6, 50% from the line with a field goal. He's got 5 points in the game. Fairfield into the front court. Turnaround jumper is no good from Hicksonbaugh. Carterville gets the rebound. Garby, top of the key to Pearson, to Dylan Moore, who drives the lane. Right-hand layup is good from Dylan Moore. I'd like to see more of that from Dylan. He's got 12 points in the game.
Carterville's yet to make.
Wide open 3 from O'Neal is good. That's 10 now from O'Neal. But they fire the ball quickly. They really don't want to wait around a whole lot.
Nope.
It looks like Nick Laird is going to be checking in for Coach Shane Hawkins. He's going to replace him. Carterville turns it over in the backcourt. Quickly the other way. Reese Lee, the right-hand layup is good. 10 now for Lee. 1, 2, 3, 4 Mules in double digits scoring here tonight.
Just as I say that, Mr. Hawkins pulls off his warm-up and goes to the bench.
And the ball goes off the coach of Quinn Alexander. Or Laird, what'd I say?
Quinn Alexander.
That's
There's
that
Lane
King?
Alexander.
Is that King Alexander?
I guess.
Coach Laird, sorry. Right wing, Luke Stritzel. Connor Hawkins into the game, up top. Now to Stritzel. He fires from about 15, no good. Rebound to Gilbert of Fairfield. Outlet pass quickly out of bounds the other way. Turnover on Fairfield. Carterville can come back the other way. Lions broadcast is brought to you by Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. Proud to be locally owned and operated community bank. Stop by and visit their facility. 200 West Plaza Drive, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Coming up at the end of the game, we have to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. 5 minutes remaining here.
Minson offense early in the season.
We did. Hadn't seen a whole lot of playing time, but he gets in there. There's a reason they're 12-1.
Yeah, they can come at you in waves. They can all shoot the ball from the outside. They can all handle the ball. They've got good inside presence. My God, they had 14 offensive rebounds in the first half. This is a solid ball club.
69-41, 28-point lead. A bucket is good for 3. That is hit by Noah McElravy, who just checked into the game, the coach's son. Wide open 3 from Hawkins is a rainbow, no good. Put back is missed by Cam Hall. He battles for the board, hits the floor, and we've got a jump ball. And the possession arrow belongs to the Carterville Lions.
And we have the running clock now. Honestly, about the end of the first quarter, I thought that we're not going to have one of those tonight.
I did too.
And
16-14 at the end of one.
Fairfield woke up. It's probably the best balanced team that Carterville's played this year.
I agree. I agree.
And I include Nashville in that. I mean, Nashville's big on the perimeter and on the inside, but they don't score like Fairfield does.
No, they don't. And like you said minutes ago, so far what we've seen, everybody can shoot.
And, their football team was very good this year. They went to the playoffs again this year.
Nick Laird has the ball down low, drags his foot, but he's pushed from behind. And the foul is going to be on Logan Trent. So we're going to be back here tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock on News Radio WJPF and online at WJPF.com. I think you're going to be on assignment at the Carbondale Holiday Tournament tomorrow.
I'll be there around noon, I believe.
Sports Voice at 8 o'clock with Murph and Hudson. I'm going to leave about 7:30 and head back over here to Eldorado.
Eat all those good donuts in the hospitality room. I know what you're going to do.
Cody Richter gets on the board for the Carterville Lions. Cody hasn't scored since early in the season. I think the first or second game. 2 minutes remaining. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the game. Fairfield basketball into the front court. Shot thrown up at the rim, no good by Massey. Carterville gets the rebound. Cody Rector, one to the front court. 70 seconds remaining in the contest. Top of the key three-pointer, no good. Ball is out of bounds. Rafe Tuttle stepped out of bounds. Trying to run that ball down, that loose ball. Checking out, Chandler Roberts heads to the bench. Connor Hawkins back in. Nick Laird checks out. And into the game now is Nick Brown. Under a minute to go. Wide open three off the front of the iron, no good. Connor Hawkins the rebound.
I'll have to sleep quickly, get some rest.
Connor Hawkins fires from three, in, out, and back in. Hawkins on the board. 7-6-5, that's going to be the final. 72-4. Okay. Eldorado, it's Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, Fairfield, a very, very good ball team. The number one seed in this tournament. They knock off the Carterville Lions 72-46. At the end of the first quarter, it was 16-14 Carterville. At the half, it was an 11-point Fairfield lead. Really thought Carterville was in it, but man, that Fairfield came out and the Mules, they just kicked in literally in the second half and just rolled the Lions.
Yeah, they just had more. They had more good athletes than Carterville did. More good basketball players. They are very deep. They can all shoot the ball. They're very good on the inside as well, as evidenced by their 20. I'm not lying. That Fairfield had 20 offensive rebounds in this game. They're just a very good team. Been for 54 years. A lot of people, I think, were hoping for an Eldorado-Harrisburg matchup. If that would have happened, I mean, this place is packed. There's not any seats left. But if this was Harrisburg and Eldorado, they would be turning people away. It'd be standing room only. But Harrisburg did their part to get to the final game. Eldorado got beat on a last-second 3 by NCOE. That's what makes basketball, high school basketball, great, especially tournaments like this.
I'm going to ask you to do me a favor.
All right.
Be thinking about our Joe's Lawn Care and snow removal star of the game, because I'm going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to do that. Hopefully, we'll talk with Coach Shane Hawkins and see what we can do here, okay?
Okay, I'll do it.
That's Scott Hudson. I'm Dave McKenzie. 72-46, Fairfield over the Carterville Lions. We'll continue on our postgame show here on News Radio WJPF. Okay. Okay. Back at Eldorado, Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson. We are in the Duff Kingston Gymnasium here at Eldorado. A couple of scores to update. Mundelein knocks off Carbondale tonight, 59-45. That in the Carbondale Holiday Tournament. Coming up, we've got NCOE and Harrisburg getting ready to play in this final quarterfinal game. Carterville going to wind up playing tomorrow at 10, and they're going to play the loser of this game that's getting ready to start. We'll have the pregame starting about 9:50. We need to name our Joe's Lawn Care star of the game. What do you think?
Well, I tell you, just to show you how deep this Fairfield team is, I'm going to go with a guy that didn't even start the game for Fairfield, Landon Zerline, 6'3", sophomore. I think he had 12 points. He had 2 big threes in this game. He kind of was a spark plug for Fairfield when Carterville had, at one point, Carterville led this game 14-6.
Yes.
And Carterville had everything under control. They brought in Zerline. He hit a big 3, and things just started to unravel for the Lions after that. But Landon Zerline,
commercial lawn care, landscaping maintenance, tree trimming, snow removal. They also do bush hogging, equipment repair, landscape maintenance, spring and fall cleanups. Joe's been busy just taking care of that and getting ready for the winter. And you can give them a call at 534-8148. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe, our Joe's Lawn Care star of the game from the Fairfield Mules, Landon Zerline, joining us here on our post-game show. Coach Shane Hawkins fights his way through the crowd, gets up here. Liked how your Lions started tonight, Coach. And, man, you got to give credit to Fairfield. They are a very, very talented team.
They are. There's no question. They're a very good team. We had some bad possessions offensively that led to them getting up 11 at the half, and it wasn't necessarily our defense, it was our offense. We probably, I think we had, think back, 11 or 12 turnovers at the half, 13 maybe. but how many of them were between the volleyball line and the top of key that led directly to runouts? And I think they had 17 offensive rebounds in the first half, and we knew they had some size, they had some length on us, but again, we were more content to stand right beside them and watch them instead of putting a butt on somebody. And I even told them, we'll take a foul. I'll take a foul if you knocking somebody down just so they don't get the rebound, and we never got to that point.
I think what really did it for Fairfield tonight was the fact that they
Even with your 13 turnovers in the first half, what I had you for, even with that, as well as you shot the ball in the first half, if you cut those offensive rebounds down in half, you're real close.
Absolutely, we were still in the game, and that just goes to show you the value of how important every possession is. It's a turnover that leads to a basket. It's pretty good defense that leads to a missed shot, but you don't get somebody checked and they get a stick back. And when you're playing a really good basketball team, every possession is of utmost importance. And I didn't think we played that way. I thought we started off okay, and then something happened where we kind of got that.
They're really good until that first time out, and then, like you said, like the reality kicks in. They're like, oh wow, look at us. And then
it's we got to be able to fight through that and keep making plays. And we talk about it all the time in practice. It's the next play. The next play is the most important play. It doesn't matter what happened before, but it doesn't matter what's going to happen next. You got to go win this play. This is the only one that matters. It's the only one we control. And we let things snowball. And again, it was mostly our turnovers that led to them getting the lead extended out.
Coach, I still think you have a very good chance to make this a good tournament for the Lions. You could end up going 3-1 in this tournament if you could get, a couple of victories tomorrow. So when everything is all said and done after Saturday night, this could be a very positive experience for the Lions.
You're exactly right, and we got a short turnaround. These guys will have a little bit shorter turnaround than us. They won't minus the drive, but you get into a tournament where you're playing to be able to mentally put this one behind us and get our mojo back where we're playing as hard as we did last night for every possession. And I get it; it's easier to play harder when you're playing well. And but I thought we kind of let the lead snowball on us tonight. But it was more of our own doing. And they're a good basketball team. They have a lot of weapons, but.
we will be on the air tomorrow morning starting at 10 o'clock, and we will actually play the loser of the game that's getting ready to take place between NCOE and Harrisburg. We're going to go on and take our final break. When we come up, we'll wrap up this broadcast. It was Fairfield 72, Carterville 46 here on News Radio WJPF. 72-46, the final score. Fairfield, the number 1 seed in the 54th Eldorado Holiday Tournament, knock off the Carterville Lions this evening. Carterville now will play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and we'll know in about an hour and 15 minutes who they're going to face. Scott, what's your thoughts as we wrap up the broadcast?
Carterville just got beat by a very good team. 13-1 on the year now, the Fairfield Mules. Carterville got off to a great start. They got to put this one behind them, like Coach Hawkins said. Quick turnaround, come back at 10 o'clock in the morning. I still say Carterville's got a very good chance of going 3-1 in this tournament. Even if they go 2-2, considering the competition they would have played in this tournament, I think that would be very good. But there's still some unfinished business.
As we'll find out here in just a little bit who the Lions will play in this 54th Eldorado Holiday Tournament. For Brian R. Powell back at the studio, from our partner Scott Hudson, have fun in Carbondale tomorrow.
And you, I'm counting on you to get us a win so I can come back tomorrow night to that hospitality room.
Yes, I will, and because I know there's cherry cobbler here tomorrow night. They told me that, so looking forward to that, but we'll be on the air a little bit before 10 tomorrow morning. For Brian, for Scott, I'm Dave McKenzie. Have a great Friday night, everybody, and thank you for listening to Eldorado Holiday Tournament action with your Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF. See you.